Good afternoon. I'm clearly not Christian, but I've recently joined the company. I'm Bernard Olivier, and I've come into Mustang about 2 weeks ago. I've come from a history of color gemstones and graphite, so I'm excited to join Mustang, and hence the presentation is given by me today. So thank you, and let's see how it goes. Mustang Resources is a Mozambican-focused ruby and graphite specialist. Our projects are located next to each other in northern Mozambique, and the team that I've joined has got a vast experience in Mozambique. They've been operating very successfully in Mozambique for over 15 years now. That's management on the ground, but also on board level. The two projects in Mustang is the Montepuez Ruby project, which is located just to the north of the famous Gemfields Ruby project, as well as the Cola Graphite project, which is a project that we're currently drilling out. We're taking it to its concept study phase, and it's proving to be a very high-grade graphite project. And again, we are in the right postcode as we are just down strike from both the Triton and Serra operations. The two projects, as I said, graphite and colored gemstones, so rubies in this case, has got a history of occurring together, where I used to work with Tanzanite 1. We had the same situation where you had a graphite mine. We actually converted that graphite operation into the Tanzanite mining operation. And now I've personally come sort of full circle, and here I am again with a graphite and colored gemstone operation. The projects located immediately next to each other, sharing tenement boundaries. And also that means that we can use one centralized camp. We can use a lot of infrastructure that we can share, and also key personnel. The Montepuez Ruby project is truly exciting. It was discovered only in 2009, and it's already proven to be the biggest source of rubies currently in the world. And rubies are pretty much the pinnacle of the color gemstone industry, and I'll talk a bit more on the color gemstone industry a bit later. We've currently got a 200-ton processing plant up and running. It's a very efficient pilot plant. And effectively what we are doing is we are doing multiple bulk testing of 143 square kilometer ruby licenses, putting that through our processing plant and getting a product out through a very secure processing facility that then feeds into our sorting facility. Again, on that processing plant, no added chemicals, environmentally friendly, and very efficient. As I said earlier, the deposit have really sort of been made famous by Gemfields. Gemfields has shown the commercial viability of both the Montepuez deposit and that specific area where we are as well. And they've generated over $335 million over the last few years in ruby sales. Our strategy, therefore, is to be processing our rubies through our processing plant, as I said, 200 tons per hour, very, very scalable, but for now it's a pilot plant aimed at treating our bulk samples. So we've got a big tenement package, and we're processing and delivering a product, because the next phase of any color gemstone is the marketing and sales development. So the mining is actually fairly simplistic. It is colluvial, eluvial gravels, but the marketing, branding, and sales is an equally important component. On the colored gemstone industry in general, we've got some challenges, but it's also a very exciting and promising industry. 100 years ago, the diamond industry and the colored gemstone industry were basically the same size. Through the work done by De Beers and some other diamond producers, the diamond industry has grown to 4 times the size of the colored gemstone industry, and that represents an opportunity for us. As a colored gemstone producer, we need to deliver consistency of supply, take color gemstones, and create with it what the diamond producers have already done many years ago. We do not have the equivalent of the Kimberley Protocol in the color gemstone industry. We do not have scientific mining methods. We do not have the branding and the marketing behind it. And as emerging producers, it's our challenge and our opportunity to introduce those systems and to take the color gemstone industry and catch up with what's been achieved in the diamond industry. We are revenue producing, and in order to develop sales channels, you clearly need to have a product that you can sell. We are currently putting in various sales channels. We've got some strategic partnerships that we are discussing with, and we've also developed our own proprietary grading system for our rubies. Now to the next part of the company, which is the neighboring Kola graphite project. We've just completed our second round of drilling. At the moment, we have got a high-grade deposit, up to 26% TGC, and a large flake size. And as I said, it's just north of the Zero Resources project. We've got an inferred JORC resource of 4.5 million tons at 13% TGC at a 6% cutoff. That excludes the current drilling, which we've completed. That drilling will now come into a concept study that we are developing, and it will also upgrade that resource significantly. As I said before, the second component of the deposit, why we are excited about it, is the significant component, roughly 55% of large jumbo and super jumbo flake sizes. We've done a fair bit of work before starting the first drilling campaign, including a electromagnetic survey. And as you can see there, it's an 18-kilometer strike extent that's been identified, and we've identified some areas of high-grade zones that we are targeting through the drilling. Interestingly enough, similar to what we had in Tanzania, the graphite is again higher grade in the middle of a fold hinge system. So there's an anticlinal fold hinge in the north there, and that is our main target. That's the grades, and the flake size appears to be significantly higher. To date, we've done 16 diamond drill holes and 10 RC drill holes. Only about a quarter of that is included into the current resource, and there's going to be some additional information therefore coming out shortly. That's effectively it in a nutshell. We're a very committed team. I was extremely impressed when I visited site and see what they've achieved. As I said, a long history of operating very successfully in Mozambique, and two very exciting projects. So watch the space. Thank you for your time.